In this video, we're going to be predicting every Premier League team's breakout star for the 2025-26 season. These are guys with legit paths to massive upside on their teams or in your fantasy leagues. Let's get into it. Starting off with Arsenal, Myles Lewis-Skelly. Myles Lewis-Skelly is the latest talent produced from Arsenal's academy, signed a professional contract in October 2023, and last season started getting crucial first team minutes. 39 appearances across all competitions, an England senior call-up, scored on his debut and won man of the match. What makes it a breakout is his adaptability. He's excelling in central midfield and at left back, and with those natural midfield instincts, he could offer unique inverted fullback qualities or change roles based on matchups, which is highly valuable in this era. He's shown that he can be that all-action midfielder comparable to Vidal and Essien, combined with excellent technique and an engine. He's got a high ceiling. At just 19, he's still growing physically, and Arsenal clearly see his potential, securing him with a 5-year deal. The only real question, and this is for Arteta, is how he manages his positional fluidity so that he can truly master a role. But honestly, that's not our job. This kid is a generational talent regardless of where he plays. This season is opportunity to truly command a starting role and prove that his rookie season wasn't a fluke. Next up, Aston Villa, and we're looking at Andrey Garcia, who signed from Levante in January. At Levante, he was mostly with their B team, where he racked up 22 appearances, 3 goals and 3 assists in his final season. He's had half a season to adapt to English football, with 7 Premier League appearances and 3 in the FA Cup, but no goals or assists yet. So the numbers might not scream superstar just yet, but he's shown that he's capable of playing as an attacking right back or a winger. And with Unai Emery, a former Villarreal manager who absolutely favours aggressive attacking fullbacks, you just know that Garcia is going to compete for that starting right back spot. His attacking instincts are undeniable. The breakout hinges on him adapting to the pace and physicality of the Premier League and developing his defensive contributions. But his potential for chance creation from wide areas is huge. I'm optimistic that Emery will give him the opportunity to showcase his talent. He's got the foundation, now it's about putting it all together. Bournemouth, and here we're talking about Adrien Truffert. This is a pretty simple choice, frankly. He was signed in June as a direct replacement for Milos, who went to Liverpool. So you know he's coming in as a first choice player under Andrey, whose system heavily relies on attacking fullbacks. Truffert is 23 and already has 150 league appearances with Rennes, scoring 7 goals and 11 assists in Ligue 1. He's established himself as a highly rated attacking fullback with good defensive solidity. Plus, he won a silver medal for France's under-23s at the 2024 Olympics. So he's got international youth experience and the maturity of a league starter. His blend of pace, crossing ability and defensive awareness makes him perfectly equipped for the intensity of the Premier League. He's a dynamic presence who can provide width and deliver dangerous balls. This isn't just a hopeful pick. This is a guy walking into a system designed for him to succeed. Now Brentford, and this is a player I've had my eye on, Igor Thiago. He's an under the radar physical striker that everyone needs to be monitoring next season. Seriously, he's that good. He signed from Club Brugge last season, made some pre-season appearances, but then unfortunately, injury ended his season before he even truly hit the pitch. Igor Thiago is a prolific forward who has set strong scoring records in the Bulgarian and Belgian leagues. And I personally believe he has the tools to become a very elite striker in the Premier League. With Brian and Mbeumo no longer with the team, Thiago is now likely to be the primary goal threat. This is his opportunity to truly shine. He's a powerful and dynamic striker who is incredibly well suited to English football. We're talking double-digit goals upside. If he stays healthy, he could even be the player to creatively unlock Damsgaard. This is a guy I'm betting on to make a huge impact. Brighton up next, and it's Ferdi Kadioglu. Honestly, another highly underrated player right here. He signed from Fenerbahce last summer, and before that, he had experience in the Netherlands, where he scored an impressive 11 goals and 11 assists across 61 appearances. Last season, he was limited to just 6 Premier League appearances and 1 goal due to injury, so he's still flying under the radar. But don't let that fool you. He's consistently performed at a high level as a versatile and reliable fullback stroke winger in the Turkish Super League. And in my opinion, he's arguably the best player in the Turkey national team, especially at the Euros. He can play on both flanks and even more advanced as a winger. Next season is his chance for a fully fit breakout season in the Premier League. He possesses excellent technical ability, dribbling skills, and a high football IQ. He's got the potential to become a dynamic fullback and a key chance creator for Brighton. Get ready for this guy to surprise a lot of people. Now this player can absolutely change the outcome of Burnley's entire season. I'm talking about Lesley Ugochukwu. He just signed from Chelsea a few days ago to fill a void for Burnley. As a France under-21 international, he gained 31 appearances on loan at Southampton last season, earning praise despite their struggles and proving his Premier League readiness. Lesley is a highly rated, dominant and athletic defensive midfielder. His talent to break up play and distribute effectively makes him an ideal fit for Scott Parker's system. He's perfectly suited to anchor the midfield. This is great business by Burnley. He fills a huge role and possesses all the tools to succeed. With more playing time and a central role at Burnley, next season offers his shot to showcase his full talent. Expect him to become one of the league's most effective defensive midfielders and truly control the midfield. Chelsea, a team competing in the Champions League next season, and for them it's Andrey Santos, a Brazilian international signed from Vasco da Gama in 2023. He had a loan spell not to the Forest, where his appearances were limited, but at Strasbourg last season, he highly achieved and continued his adjustment to European football. He's just 21, with excellent box-to-box qualities, and he's absolutely poised for a more consistent role. Santos is solid defensively, passes well, and is still an attacking threat. It's a future star in the making, and his performances for Strasbourg clearly suggest his readiness for Chelsea's short-term needs. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the competition for places in Chelsea's midfield with Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo is intense, but for a team with Champions League aspirations, they're going to need all the midfield depth they can get. I fully expect Santos to receive significant opportunities domestically at the very least. This kid is too good to ignore or send out again on loan. Crystal Palace, and for them is Wharton. Wharton was signed from Blackburn Rovers in February 2024, where he scored 4 goals across 44 championship appearances. In his debut season with Palace, he was immediately slotted in, starting in all 16 of his appearances. In his first full season, he even won the FA Cup and started most league games as a defensive midfielder. He still hasn't scored, but that's not really his role. He's there to dictate play from deep and sense danger. For a 21-year-old, he's incredibly mature, intelligent, and a composed midfielder with the technical ability to seamlessly slot into Palace's midfield. There's enough sample size to show he can cope with the pressure of the Premier League, and he's even a potential starter for England. Now, a word of caution, the sophomore slump is real, and there's often a high chance players regress after one full season in the Premier League. His passing range is impressive, though he does take a lot of high-risk passes, which can lower his accuracy. My biggest question mark is whether he can become more directly involved in goal scoring, especially if Eze were to leave. But honestly, he has generational talent, and many are still overlooking him. Next season, he could easily become an inexcusable elite midfielder. Everton, and for them, we're looking at Iliman Ndiaye. He signed for Marseille last summer, where he, to be frank, struggled a bit with 4 goals across 46 appearances. But rewind to his time at Sheffield United, and he was a whole different player, scoring 22 goals across 88 appearances. And was even featured in the EFL Championship Team of the Season and the PFA Team of the Year, showcasing his all-around ability as an attacking threat with his dribbling, creativity, and finishing. In his first season with Everton, he scored 11 goals across 37 appearances. While not exactly phenomenal, it's a clear improvement in his scoring output since leaving France, and it shows he can easily achieve double digits in goals. At 25, coming off his debut Premier League season, he has the potential to absolutely break out and reach a higher level. Over this summer, his stock has been rising too. He's got the talent. Now it's just about converting it consistently at this level. Fulham, and my pick for them is Bassey. He's now entering his 3rd season with Fulham after signing from Ajax in July 2023. Honestly, he's probably one of the most underrated defenders in the league, probably because he's in a Fulham team stuck in mid-table. But he's just so dominant. At Rangers, he absolutely shone, gaining a ton of experience as a key defender in the Europa League, and he's won the Scottish Premiership and Scottish Cup with them. He's also an AFCON runner-up with Nigeria. His time at Ajax was a bit mixed, but at Fulham, he's a strong and regular starter, and he's adapted well to the Premier League. Bassey is athletic, strong, fast, and comfortable with the ball, and he can play both left back and centre back. His decision making and positioning can sometimes be a bit inconsistent, with occasional lapses in concentration, but that usually comes with experience, which Bassey has extensively. In my eyes, Bassey is a good defender, and next season gives him the chance to showcase himself as one of the best centre backs of the league. At 25, that could become a reality sooner than people imagine. For Leeds United, Pascal Struijk is going to be crucial. He joined Leeds Academy from Ajax back in January 2018. He's been a consistent first-team centre-back for the club, both in the Championship and the Premier League. Now in his mid-20s, He's entering his prime and has the perfect platform to excel and become a star defender. He's returned to the Premier League with significantly more experience. He's proven to be a reliable and versatile defender who can even push forward as a defensive midfielder and has decent ball playing ability. So with Struijk, Leeds will be able to play from the back, and his presence will be essential in their endeavour to stay up in the league. He could definitely become one of the league's more underrated defenders if his defensive effort and the team can cope with the league's best attackers. This isn't a flashy pick, but sometimes the most important breakouts are the ones that anchor a team. Next, we got Liverpool. This is a tricky one because they've got talent, but I'm betting on Harvey Elliott. He joined from Fulham's academy back in 2019 after a loan spell with Blackburn, where he looked like a 17-year-old wonder kid in the Championship. But since becoming a Liverpool player, he still hasn't broken into the team as a crucial or regular starter, especially last season with just 6 starts across all competitions. Same story of his England under-21 career. He's looked great and won championships as the best player, but still awaiting his senior debut. He's established himself as a versatile attacking midfielder, stroke winger, with creativity, a high work rate, and an attacking threat. That gives me reason to believe that maybe next season is a year he finally sees a more consistent starting role under the new managerial era. Of course, that's if he decides to stay and see out the remaining 2 years of his contract. Winning the under-21 Euros and Player of the Tournament, he's shown flashes of being a game changer and has matured significantly. He now faces even more competition than last season with the arrival of Wits, but there's still uncertainty there, especially in the most recent game where Harvey Elliott looked better. Maybe Unsort lets them fight it out, or maybe Elliott's game is simply more suited for the Premier League. Coming off another championship with England under-21 and his extensive Liverpool experience, he's in a decent position to finally break out despite Wits' addition. Letting Harvey Elliott go might not be a sensible long-term move for Liverpool, especially if Wits doesn't live up to expectations. Liverpool fans might have a better idea, but I'm betting on Harvey Elliott. Manchester City, and for them is Oscar Bobb. He's one of City's most promising academy products. He signed his first professional contract in 2023 and a long-term contract the following year, extended till 2029. He's the type of player who could be a main guy across multiple teams, not just in the Premier League. He's excellent at dribbling, agile and technically gifted. Guardiola has featured him in some games, but his minutes have been limited. At 22, he hasn't been loaned out, which is a good indication that he'll be part of City's long-term plans, especially coming off his 4th Premier League 2 title and developing alongside world-class talent. Honestly, he's too good to be benched. It's a new look, evolving City team with opportunities for Bobb on the wing, given he's already tasted senior football. He's expected to see a significant increase in playing time and become a crucial rotation option, contributing more goals and assists as a genuine threat. The competition is intense with all their wingers, but many of them have more to prove than Oscar, which makes me even more optimistic. With Champions League and domestic cups, expect a lot of rotation, and Bobb will benefit hugely from that. Manchester United. Kobe Minu is the obvious choice here. Another product of Manchester United Academy, he signed his pro contract in 2022 at just 17. In his debut season, he got a ton of hype for his composure, ball retention and defensive work rate in midfield. Scored a crucial goal to win the FA Cup final. Then he made his England debut and helped the team reach the Euro 2024 final. At 20, he's already a regular starter who can be trusted in big games. He was set back by multiple injuries last season, just as he was adapting to a new role under a new coach. So we should be anticipating a breakout season for Kobe as he continues to grow into an elite midfielder. He's going to be dictating play, breaking up play, and hopefully pushing Manchester United up the table. As long as he's healthy and his rapid rise continues, I think next season he could easily cement himself as the best midfielder in the team and one of the best young midfielders in Europe. There's a clear role for him in the team, and his calmness and intelligence are already far beyond his years. He's truly special. Newcastle United, and for them it's Tino Livramento, a top graduate of Chelsea's academy. He was an outstanding player for Southampton before an ACL injury. But since signing with Newcastle, he's received regular team minutes and demonstrated his versatility across both fullback positions. He's now fully recovered from his ACL with 2 seasons under his belt, and he's coming off a European Under-21 Championship win with England, where he was even included in the team of the tournament. He's absolutely poised for a big year next season and could secure a consistent starting spot, especially with Kieran Trippier now 34 years old. Livramento is younger, modern fullback who can play on either side with pace, defensive awareness and an attacking threat. He'll probably be the more preferred option going forward. He looks like a starter, and teams like Man City want him right now for a reason. Nottingham Forest, and for them it's Murillo. This central defender signed from Brazilian club Corinthians back in August 2023. Watching some of his games last season, he's physically imposing. He's really made an immediate impact, especially amongst Forest fans, for his aggressive defending, composure, and long-range passing. He's arguably their most consistent player, starting all their games last season. You don't often see a young central defender from Brazil at 21-22 leading the backline of a team higher up in the Premier League. He even made his debut for Brazil this year. He's really shown he can excel in the Premier League within a team with aspirations about European competitions. Heading into next season, he's more settled and still growing, so expect Murillo to become an even more dominant and refined defender. He's physically imposing and reads the game exceptionally well, and he has the potential to become an elite or even a world-class ball-playing defender. This guy is a real deal. Sunderland, as a newly promoted side, let's be honest, they're going to need all the help they can get to stay in the league, and for them, I'm picking Kemzin Taobi. He signed last month from Club Brugge on a long-term 5-year deal. At just 20, he gained a lot of experience as a key attacking player last season, both in the Belgian league with 44 appearances, 7 goals and 5 assists, along with 11 appearances, 2 goals and 1 assist in the Champions League. He even had an impressive man-of-the-match performance to knock out Atalanta. Taobi is an attacking piece Sunderland expect to slot right into the team and play a central role immediately, bringing directness and hopefully goals from the wing. He has flair, pace and can operate on either flank. It's a challenge, yes, but it offers an exciting opportunity for Taobi to break out next season. He's going to be thrown into the deep end, and sometimes that's exactly what a young player needs to sink or swim. I'm betting he swims. Tottenham Hotspur, and for them it's Pape Matar Sarr. He's now got 2 seasons under his belt with Tottenham Hotspur after signing from Metz. Under Andrey Postecoglou, he was a key part of the midfield, bringing energy and winning the ball while still developing his attacking contributions. Over the course of last season and this current pre-season with Thomas Frank, Pape Sarr is trending up. He's shown growth and looks more influential. He's now likely to challenge James Maddison for the starting number 8 role and contribute more goals and assists. He's an all-action Premier League box-to-box midfielder with an incredible engine, capable of breaking up play and driving forward. He won the 2022 AFCON with Senegal, was shortlisted for the CAF Player of the Year, and just recently signed a long-term contract with the club. He's likely to become a force in the Premier League for years to come, and that might happen sooner rather than later. He's got all the hallmarks of a true breakout. Honestly, it's hard to believe that any player could break out from West Ham's academy project, but 19-year-old Lewis Orford could potentially break out much sooner than expected. At youth level, he's dominated games with his creativity and goal contributions, whilst consistently playing against competition above his age group. For the under-18s, he's racked up an insane 22 goal contributions in just 25 games, helping secure the Premier League South and FA Youth Cup double in the 2022-23 season. He then made his first team debut at 18 the following season. Minutes with the first team are not likely to face him. He's well exposed despite limited appearances. With new manager Graham Potter, there's a real chance he'll be implemented more in central midfield or as an attacking midfielder. His passing range is impressive, along with his vision, allowing him to dictate play. He could be the next star to break out from West Ham, especially considering the existing options at midfield are currently limited. This is a risky but potentially huge call. And finally, for Wolverhampton Wanderers, it's João Gomes. Signed from Flamengo in January 2023, he's quite quickly established himself as an aggressive midfielder for Wolves, winning back possession and driving forward. At Flamengo, he won multiple trophies, including the Copa Libertadores in 2022. He made his debut for Brazil in 2024, and despite all the noise about Cunha, he even won Wolves Supporters Player of the Season. After 2 full seasons, his greatest strength is his defense, and he's rapidly grown as an attacking threat, refining his game. He's a reliable engine in midfield for Wolves and might look like a more complete player heading into next season, with the hope of becoming one of the league's top all-round midfielders. João Gomes puts in the work and is about to pay off. So there you have it, guys, our list for every Premier League team's breakout star for the 2025-26 season. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you very soon in the next video.